Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morganti here at Ballarat on Thursday, the day after the Geelong Cup. And how's your head?
No, I'm okay.
You're okay?
I drove, so I spaced my 27 cans.
Liz and Frosty were a bit quiet on the trip home last night from Geelong.
They were chirpy enough walking back out to the car park, so...
Had a good day, even though we didn't win a race.
Yeah, look, it just didn't pan out. I don't think that
You're disappointed with the track and the way the track raced? You're on Twitter there giving it a hammering?
I just made some valid points, I thought. I don't think I hammered anyone. It's just disappointing when you know you got a back marker. How many tracks can you go to these days and be confident that they can run on from behind?
Right. Jeez, look out.
Saying that, we're...
well, let's go back through our results here.
We're not dead and buried yet with those.
Where do we go back to, Pete?
I suppose the unfortunate news of the week, and that's the first horse we'll chat about, was Perugia.
So where did he run, Pete?
He ran at Maui.
On Maui Cup Day, ran 7?
Yeah.
How was his run?
His run was okay.
Yeah. He probably needed one more before he was ready to win, didn't he?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Perugia passed away yesterday from a heart attack.
Yeah,
on the treadmill.
Just shocking news, as in you don't expect it. You know it happens, but you know he'd done his work, and he was only just it's part of the process. They do a cooling down on the treadmills or in the walkers, and unfortunately, I think it was a suspected heart attack, and he was basically gone before Andrew Cuss could even try anything.
So shuddering news for the owners and the brand. Very disappointing because he was a lovely animal.
Yeah.
He'd won races at 2 and 3, and you know he was just about ready to get back into winning form at 4. And
yeah.
Look, it's happened before and it'll happen again, but it's something you don't expect, and it's something that's hard to deal with when it happens.
Yeah.
And I feel for all those owners out there, and it's not something. And even Darren Weir pulled me aside yesterday. He was pretty much shattered as well. Even though he's got a 500 horse in work, he was pretty upset about it. And the only consolation he could add was, you know, probably if it's going to happen, it's best to happen there and not with someone on its back.
Or race day or anything like that.
Because we saw that bad fall during the week with Brad Willer and what's his name? Brian Higgins. You know, where those guys are going to be out of action, and some doubt whether they'll get back. So, you know, when horses go down, it's a bad thing. So, if there's any consolation, the horse felt no pain.
No.
It was quick and sudden, unexpected, and no one got injured as a result of it. That's about the only positive I can find.
No, that's right. 3-time city winner is, like you said, a lovely horse and an honest competitor.
Would have made a great off-the-track horse for some young girl too. But anyway, sorry to all you owners, and it's very disappointing.
Yeah. The following day, I went to Warrnambool, and we had 3 runners down there. We kicked off with Periscope, who looked the winner. So a couple of owners sort of went half the early crow. He just probably was found wanting at his first go at the 24 late, but the winner, he's actually a 3-year-old, carried a couple of kilos less, and they've got it in the Derby. They might be shooting high, but I think they've got an opinion of their horse, which...
Oh, well, he got beat by a pretty good horse in a pretty good race, and how far was to the 3rd horse?
I think it was 7 to the 3rd and another 7 to the 4th. So
you take the winner out of that race, and you win by 8. Like, Periscope's ready to win. That was a strong maiden, and it's always good. Look, it's never good to get beat, but if you're going to get beat, you might as well get beat by a horse that's going to the Derby.
Yeah, he'll go to Mornington in a couple of weeks' time. There's a 2400. Think Babe just ran out of condition, finished 4th. In front at the 100, run 4th, beaten 3/4.
1300 first up, underdone. Brave effort to go down by a length on probably the inferior part of the track. Looks like he's come back in good order, and he should be winning next start.
Yeah. Fox Largo down the track, never panned out in the race. We had the blinkers on, but just kept getting shuffled back. But she's been now shuffled to the breeding barn, Darren.
Beaten by, what, 8 lengths in a 0 to 58 at Warrnambool. I think it says it all.
Says enough, yeah. Following day was a good result for us during the week. He went to Caulfield, our Sebring filly collectible. Hammered home for 4th, Darren.
Did you get the $101 to the Oaks?
I was trying to get on during the race. I got looked 21s.
Well, she's always shown a bit, this filly. We bought her as an Oaks type, and luckily enough, it looks like she's going to get there.
Yeah.
Come from pretty much last on the corner and ran 4th in the Ethereal Stakes.
Yes.
So she's worth a lot more money now than what we paid for her. And she's a genuine chance in the Oaks. She's come in from $101 to $13. And if Darren Weir elects to scratch either one of his 2 favourites, she'll probably come into $6 or $7.
Yeah.
And I think every bloke who's got a jockey licence has been ringing up trying to get on her. She's got "Give me 2,500" written all over her. She's definitely one to follow for the Oaks.
It was a lovely run, lovely run. It's one of those old-fashioned get on me next start runs, Darren.
Well, I don't mind having old-fashioned ones, Pete, as long as I can win one.
Yeah, I don't mind getting on them too, but I missed. I went to Horsham, I think it was last Sunday.
Yes.
And
How's play like?
Yeah, disappointing.
Disappointing, you said.
Field of 6.
Ran 5th.
Very flat run. Plans were to try and maybe get outside the leader. He jumped okay and then...
Didn't have the speed.
Tight track, 2100. We know he's coming back. Few changes in training.
Yeah, look, I think, you know, don't be too hard on that horse because he was dropping back in distance when he should have been going up in distance. He's on a tight little saucer bowl track and he's a big horse.
Yeah.
Like, he must be nearly 17 hands.
Yeah.
He needs a big track. I thought that was just a run to set him up for his next run.
It was meant, yeah, well, obviously the plans in the Moonee Valley, but speaking to Weir, he said he just went just a fraction below what he'd hoped. Anyway, he's going to bring him back to Ballarat, pop him over a couple of logs, just change up the environment and where he is. He's probably relaxing a bit much up on the farm.
If anyone's dropped their mouth over that horse and they want out, just ring me because I'll buy all the shares.
Yep.
I think he's got a big future.
The next day, I think I went to stall.
You had a busy week.
Yeah, I just clocking the days together. Igniter. And that was good. Look.
Linda Meach.
Got the job done.
One ride for Robbie Griffiths, one winner.
Good engagement. Linda knows that track like the back of her hand. And look, probably rode the horse differently to what you will as he gets further into his career. Sat outside the leader, dictated. Strong headwind, and he probably wobbled around a bit. And as Linda said, he was probably happy with his mate beside him, but got the job done.
Yeah, he waited for his mates. He's still learning.
Yep.
Look, he's had 4 starts and one a maiden at stall, but in 2 of those starts he got poleaxed and had no hope.
Yeah.
So two goes he's had where he could have won. He's run 4th and 1st, and you could argue on the first start he just didn't know what he was doing and got on the wrong part of the track. So look, he's a nice horse. He's going to go to Flemington on the last day of the carnival in a listed race.
Yep.
And I'm sure he'll run really well.
1400, wasn't it, I think,
yeah.
Yep. That brings us to the Geelong Cup. You mentioned we had the 2 runners, Yogi and the Cup. Well, actually, Broadway ran first in the 1200 metre sprint. I thought he went great.
He hit the line really well on a day that it was leader biased, and I think you'll find next start over 1400 Neville, you'll have a couple of shillings on him.
Where he was straight up to us.
Wednesday, Bendigo Cup Day, I reckon.
Beautiful day. Well,
1 week back up.
I think he's at least a winner there.
He needs to go there, Pete, because there's no other 1400 anywhere.
Yeah, hard to place some of these horses, just on the periphery, not quite spring, but, you know, country horses. But he was good.
Bendigo Cup, I reckon, 1400.
Yogi ran in the Cup and, as we mentioned, probably had no chance after 100 metres.
Yeah, he was back and, the leader won, and I don't think they changed order from about the 800 apart from Yogi.
First 4 of the first 5 into the straight, or first 4 across the line.
And Geelong can play that way sometimes. Anyway, look, he only got beat 5.5. Weary was pretty upbeat after it and said just forget that. His last 100 was
really good,
and we need to win the Lexus. But we always knew we needed to win the Lexus. So if we want to win the Lexus, we can get in the Melbourne Cup. If we don't win it, we'll be going to the Queen Elizabeth.
And here's another one where he's...
So he's gone out to $101 in the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, I can get back on.
I'd suggest someone has something on him.
Yeah. And he'll come back from the beach to Ballarat. And just a bit of a change in training.
He will
he? He is coming back to jump some of those logs that are back over there behind us.
You and I might go and jump a couple of logs.
Trip over the first one, and that'll be it, Darren.
You'll be gone?
Yep. We're here at Ballarat. We've got 2 runners today, 2 Robbie Griffiths trained fillies. Dentara, who has had a run, but she's first up off about 5-month absence from the racetrack. How will she go?
Well, look, last prep she looked pretty good, and there was good expectations at Sandown first up, or she wouldn't have went there first up in a 2-year-old, and she just overdone it. She just cooked in the head. It was all too much for her.
It was a very warm day too.
It was a hot day. She reefed and teared and got beat about 5. This time in, she's probably a little bit underdone today. She'll need the run, but she's got the blinkers on because she's actually settled right down. And we kind of expect that just on raw ability, if she does everything right, she'll look to win her at some point, but she'll probably tire late. Yeah, is what Mr. Griffo reckons.
Jai McNeil on.
Jai McNeil, and you reckon she's a massive each way chance.
Top 4 chance. I'll probably flash up
the
result.
You'll edit this.
Flash the result up right now.
Okay.
Tulpa is in the following race. her first start. She's a 12 fillies and mares division, but the 1200 metre division.
$16 chance.
Yeah, what do you reckon of her chances? She's obviously been...
She's got good ability. She finishes...
Slow maturer.
Yeah. How far's that race?
12.
Yeah, well, she finishes off at jump outs really well.
Yeah.
But she's got ability, but she probably just needs a couple of runs to learn how to race and let down at this stage, according to the stable. So I'll be really interested to see how she presents in the yard and how she behaves herself going to the gates, and whether she does race like a horse. You know, if she can show us she's doing a few things wrong, it'll still be somewhere in the finish. With, you know, we know we've got something to go on with.
Yeah, for sure. We learned so much on their first race day, I think. Tomorrow we have Write Your Name, the written tycoon with Archie.
1 start, 1 win.
Heading to Perugia.
What do you think?
1400 metre race.
To get on, isn't it?
It's barrier 4 at a field of 10 or 11.
You don't want to say. You're no gator, are you?
I did actually say it before he won last time.
Did you?
I also said Periscope.
I reckon you edited that in the day after. Look, he's got to be a massive chance. He's a nice horse, and
he's trained up.
He needs to win tomorrow to get to Melbourne for part of the spring.
Yeah, he's trained on, which is good. Now we've got Oceanity, who's accepted at 2 venues, obviously Chuka
and Sale.
And Sale. Look,
which way do you reckon he'll go?
Look, much of a muchness. I think Chuka's probably a little easier, but drawn 7 of 8 there. Drawn 4 of 11 at Sale, probably a touch harder, but...
Oh well?
I like the big track scenario.
Are they both 1100?
Yeah, 1100 at Chuka. Sale, I'm not sure. Might be, yeah, not sure. I'm guessing. I just got that through. But
blinkers will go on, and he worked really well in them last week.
He'll be close, going close, not winning, whichever way he goes. Saturday, as we sit here, we wait for Nikita to see if he'll get a run as first emergency in the Moonee Valley Gold Cup.
Yeah, well, he is first emergency in the Moonee Valley Gold Cup, but I have it on good authority that there will be 1 horse coming out in the next 24 hours, and if that's true,
we're in.
He'll get his start, and he needs to win that Moonee Valley Cup to guarantee himself a run in the Melbourne Cup. Mind you, today there was 2 horses that have come out of the Melbourne Cup in Latrobe and John Snow. I'm not sure why Latrobe's come out. I can only assume it's injured. Or
said it going to the McKinnon, not seasoned enough.
Okay.
That might be telling us that he thinks Yucatan's a good thing.
Yeah, it could be too. So anyway, that's 2. We're 2 closer, but unfortunately the horse that won the Geelong Cup yesterday got 1.5 kilos.
Yeah, and jumped over it. So we're still 32.
Well, no, 2 jumped out and
31.
1 jumped in front.
Yeah.
So, and we just got to wait now.
There's a couple others we know that probably won't turn up.
We're probably somewhere
28 or 29.
Yeah, somewhere high 20s, but
bit of attrition over the weekend.
I think it'll happen, but we need to win the Moonee Valley Cup. We'll run second.
Yep.
And he's going well. We watched him work during the week, and he came home in 23.5 for his last 400.
Yeah, it was.
And it was good work over 2,000.
Great piece of work. Yeah.
So he's on track.
And Brett Preble, obviously, great engagement.
Let's hope.
Sunday we mentioned Oceanity, also down there is Weary's trained horse, Serious Suspect.
Your horse?
Field of 6 or 7.
Top 6?
Top 5 chance.
Come on, Pete. Who's riding it?
No, there was no jockey up when it only come through 10 minutes ago. Brad obviously has ridden him most times. I don't know who'll be down at Sale. But anyway.
Cheerio to Brad.
Yeah, look. Vertebrae, sees 4 and 5 fractures, smashed collarbone, didn't know where he was for a day and a half.
You've got to stop popping these jockeys, Pete. That's a dangerous game.
Absolutely. Popping them, me. No, best of luck to Brad. I mean, you've got a young family.
Even though Brian Higgins doesn't ride for us.
No, exactly. Brian, watching the vision, you just wonder how they got out of it.
Didn't want to watch it.
So yeah, Serious Suspect.
It's got to be an each way show.
Just jump at the front.
It's got to go to the front.
Just go to the front. I haven't looked at the form and I don't know it, but look, go to the front.
He wins when he leads.
Yeah.
Monday. You and I are the only 2 that know that?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple of jockeys don't. Monday, French Fizz, little epaulette filly, been trialling up nicely, debuting.
Where at?
1200 metre race at Benalla.
Jeez, how far is it? That's 300 k's away.
I tapped it in, 305 from here.
Good guess.
610.
Right. Looks like I'll have to go.
Not the best track either.
Oh, I don't mind it.
No,
it'll suit her.
Best drive, I mean.
Oh, no, it's
track's all right, yeah.
No, it'll suit her, that track.
Well, she's led up in her trials, and look, admittedly the trials have been only up to 1,000. She seems to be comfortable in the lead there. Obviously, different tempo race day, but she's got to run well, I think, doesn't she?
Well, the way she's trialled, she's never put a foot wrong.
No, so...
I don't know what's in the race, but...
fields are out tomorrow.
We'll have a look, but if she draws good, she's going to run a nice race.
Fillies and mares, so against her sex, Super Vobis.
And we're selling the half-sister by Turfontaine.
Yeah, which we've actually had 2 or 3 shares.
Only got half left.
Just under half.
I'm really happy that Darren and Liz have sent me another lovely yearling filly, a Turfontaine out of Permissive. Obviously Turfontaine can throw good fillies and mares, Fontaine Ruby, Fontenon, and the mum won. She was pretty sharp. She won over 1,000 metres and 1,200 metres as a 2-year-old, so that's good. We're looking for something nice and sharp. Physically, she's a strong filly. I think she's got a good bit of length, nice scopy filly with good mover, and I've always had a bit of luck with Darren and Liz, so hopefully with ATB we can find another sharp one.
Coffee here, French Fizz just trialled here over 801. H, just how'd you go?
Yeah, real jump and run sort of horse. Darren said he would have liked a little bit of cover, but she just jumped too well and they got to the front and controlled it and travelled quite strongly. Yeah, did everything right.
So there's been a bit of interest.
I reckon after Monday there might be none left, Pete.
Well, maybe a lot of the owners in French Fizz might take the rest.
Well, I don't know if these people realise, but that mare, who was by Snippert's champion horse, stakes placed herself, the mare, and she's left quite a few city winners.
Well, Miss Sydney, that
City
Weary
winner.
trained
Yep.
at Sandown and Moonee Valley, and,
Yep.
and she got hurt at her last, but there's the other 3 that have won, they're all multiple winners.
Yep.
Not necessarily in town, but they showed a lot of speed.
And they
good
weren't
promise.
by great size.
No, so...
And I think the half-brother won in Singapore or Hong Kong recently.
Yep, yeah, it did too. Yeah.
So, I'll tell you what, if you want a racehorse, get in the Turfontaine because everything out of that mare runs.
$2,700 for 5%. And
27 and a half.
And we've seen, that progeny run, that family run, so...
Well, French Fizz, you win Monday, the rest will take care of
And
itself.
going to a man who doesn't mind winning first up or on debut, Archie Alexander. How good's he
the
going?
Turfontaine, he's fine, isn't he?
Yeah, yep. What were you talking about?
Don't know. Lost.
Then we got Stall Tuesday, no noms. Bendigo Wednesday, you mentioned maybe.
Broadway first,
Broadway
might go
first. So that's it as far as all our runners.
Right.
Some good chances there.
Well, it's going to be an interesting week. We've got a lot to look forward to here.
Yeah.
Write your name, we just don't know he's untapped.
The Melbourne Cup's like playing bingo as we mark horses off and scratch them out.
I feel like the coach of an AFL team that's in 10th and he needs that side to lose and that side to win and that side to lose to get into the 8. That's how it feels like.
The only control we got over it is probably Nikita on Saturday in the Moonee Valley Gold Cup.
Well, as I said to you, Pete, I'm happy to give you the keys to the truck, sneak around and pick a few up and hide them.
Do you reckon we could transfer a few from one barn to another? Or no?
I wonder if that'd be interesting. A couple of horses go missing.
Oh, dear.
Get us in.
No, we'll be right. Positive thinking.
Well, as I said to the international owner in Nikita last night, we're never going to get on the plane. Then we got the last spot.
Yep.
We're never going to get into the Moonee Valley Cup.
And we got the
Looks
last
like
spot.
we'll get the last spot.
Yep.
I think good things come in threes.
Yeah. And of course, that'll be exciting watching that. We've got Winks running on the day. Come Derby Day, well, that's sort of like our grand final with Yogi a bit. Obviously, if you win that, we
have a cup run.
We have run a 3 days
Oaks
later.
runner.
If we don't win it, we're going to have an Oaks run on the Thursday, and possibly Yogi will go to the Queen Elizabeth on the following Saturday.
With Nikita.
Yeah. So.
And Igniter.
Yeah, so we've got plenty to look forward to.
Flemington, might as well take a tent and stay there.
Well, we should just have a marquee, ATB marquee, crash in.
Yeah, good.
Stay for 5 days.
You don't want to get paid? Use your salary?
Geez, that'll get a set for half a day.
That'll get a big marquee. All right, well, we better go and see what's going to happen here in the first and second at Bendigo. It's quite hot this sun. I feel like I'm getting burnt,
the
Pete.
wind's dropped off.
Good luck to everyone. Good luck to all you people with runners. And we leave you with the record and veil of Perugia.
Too late. Look at Perugia, hard up against the inside, racing away. 3 winners for the day for Weir, 2 for Yendall. Perugia is way too good. Won it by 4 lengths to Denny Wisbank. Out it's Perugia on the outside of Inter Rio, followed by Mission Vision, who needs a run. L Street and Vassergeist down the outside presenting, followed by Rip Girl approaching the 200. Perugia joined by Vassergeist and Mission Vision back on the inside is driving through. Mission Vision just in front of Vassergeist, and Perugia's lifting again. Perugia up to Mission Vision at the 50, then L Street. It's a good go. Perugia lifted by Williamson, won it. She's gone. Here's Perugia off the fence, going after the leader from Kettleston, armed and ready. Valiant Spirit, the leader. Perugia's had the run. Perugia draws alongside. Perugia takes the lead from Valiant Spirit. Perugia in front. Valiant Spirit kicking Perugia ahead in front and got the job done. Perugia from Valiant Spirit. Perugia, the front runner from Sensation Alley. Perugia in front. Approved angle wide out, running on Sensation Alley, kicking again. They hit it, Perugia.